All right, welcome to the Life with Joey Calvo Podcast. I'm Joey Calvo. Excuse me. There we go. All right. So before we get started with our guest today, please continue to help the victims of the California wildfires. They really do need help. Gift cards, furniture, clothing, whatever you can help with. Just contact a local organization that is working with the victims. Today we have Cathy Nesbitt. She is a multi-award winning environmental innovator who uses workshops and inspirational speaking to motivate people to live a more sustainable life. She is also a health and wellness advocate. She's also founded Cathy's Crawley Composters, Sprouters, and Laughter Club. Cathy, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Joey. I'm excited to be here.
All right. So, Cathy, tell me all about yourself. What led to where we're at?
So I'm located in Canada, just north of Toronto, largest city in Canada. And in 2002, the landfill for the Greater Toronto area closed. And we started to export our garbage to Michigan. And I had a solution. So it's the 23rd anniversary of Cathy's Crawley Composters. Mm-hmm. Worms inside for composting our scraps and turning it into black gold to grow more delicious, nutritious food. So that was where I began. That was the start of my business.
Yeah.
And I didn't know people didn't want worms in their house.
All right. And then continue on. What led to the Cathy's Sprouters and Cathy's Laughter Club?
Yeah. So at my very first, I've done a lot with my worm business. I realized I needed to kind of create the market. I didn't invent worms or the process, but people didn't know about it. So I started to do school workshops and exhibit wherever I could. I would have a table and just to educate folks as they were going by. And at my very first event in 2002, there was a gentleman there selling the sprout grower that I now use and that I've used for 23 years. Sprouts are a huge part of my health plan. So the worms, sprouts, and laughter, it's all a wonderful life, Joey. It's so beautiful. It's what I do, and it's how I make a living as well. It's there's no work-life like separation. It's life.
Okay. And you also mentioned that you're a health and wellness advocate. Can you explain a little more on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the sprouting, sprouts are you familiar with sprouts? Yeah. So for you and the listeners, like sprouts are nature's superfood. It's just taking a seed or a bean and adding it in water, which mine is hydroponic. So adding it in water or in soil, as soon as the bean or the seed starts to grow, when the root comes out and it cracks open, now it's a sprout. When you eat that sprout, it's live food. You get the vitamins and nutrients. It's hydrating. They're really delicious. So sprouts are a big part of my health plan. And that's what I advocate. So I help people understand why they need to sprout and why they would want to and how easy and fun it is to do. So there's the sprouting part. And then the laughter part is, ever heard that laughter is the best medicine, Joey?
Yeah, of course.
Right? It is. It's scientifically proven. And my next question is, have you had your daily dose? Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, the love drugs. When we laugh, we feel good.
There's a laugh, but my answer outside of that is no. As soon as you said the love part, that just went.
Well, we can always love ourselves, Joey. Like
you're talking to the wrong person on that. I am my own worst enemy. I've been saying that all along for a long, long time. So
we can shift that.
we've attempted that so many times.
Have you done laughter?
I'm at the point where I've given up on it.
Oh my gosh! Don't give up on you. You're worth it, Joey. My goodness.
I've been told that, but
that's okay. You know what I loved just now, Joey, when I said about laughter, you laughed out loud, and that laughter was so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, like I said, that would probably be the only laugh I may have today, if anything. What is laughter yoga?
Thank you for asking. Laughter yoga was started in 1995 by a medical doctor, Dr. Madan Kataria. He's in India, and his goal is world peace. We need him more than ever, Joey. The world is on fire.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Right. So I believe that laughter yoga was started in 1995, so we could be ready for 2020 and beyond, right? When the world was shut down and all the, everything went cuckoo. I mean, it was cuckoo before, but even more cuckoo.
Yeah.
So laughter yoga, it's not doing yoga and laughing. It's laughing. It's laughing. It can be done seated. It can be done standing. You can do it in person, online.
Yeah.
You can do it alone, but it's more challenging because we do ping off each other. It's not jokes or comedy.
Right.
It's literally laughing, and our body, here's the beautiful part of laughter yoga, is our body doesn't know the difference between real and simulated laughter. So we can just laugh. And our brain might be like, holy cow, what the heck are you doing? Stop it. You look ridiculous. Why are you laughing? There's no jokes. What's happening here? And our body's like, pew, pew, pew. Wow, I feel great. Woo, it's a party.
Yeah. So what are the benefits of daily laughter?
The benefits, so many. The number one, I think, for me is the brain. The brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of the body as an operating principle, right? It's a machine. The answering machine. So whenever we're stressed, whenever we're, worried, frustrated, all of those low vibrating energies, we're not breathing properly. So our body's not getting what it needs. For sure, our brain isn't. Have you ever lost your keys?
Oh, of course.
Right? And you're flapping around. Where are my keys? I got to go.
Yeah.
The longer you're flopping around, the more stressed you're getting. Your brain's like, oh, it knows where they are, but it can't help you because it's literally deprived of oxygen. Right? Yeah. So when we're laughing, ha, 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 it's exhaling. We have to take a deep breath in so that we can continue ha, ha, ha-ing.
Yeah. So how did you get into the field of warm composting?
Well, I'm an avid gardener and composter. And when our landfill closed in 2002, 6 million people in the Greater Toronto area, half live in condos, townhouses, places without space for outdoor composting. And I had a solution, indoor composting with worms. So to talk about how the worm composting works, are you familiar with composting and worm composting?
No.
Okay, so composting is nature's way to look after our organic matter, our food scraps, our paper, our yard waste, usually done outside. No special equipment is required. Maybe you have a pile or an actual composter. You add in your materials, turn it, add water. After a certain amount of time, it turns into compost. That's outdoor. Indoor, with worms, we would get like a tote, a Rubbermaid container or something like that. Add it. So it's a carbon nitrogen mix. The carbon is your shredded paper or your leaves, your straw, cardboard, that kind of material. You add in your food scraps from the kitchen. So your apple cores, coffee grounds, tea bags, banana peels, whatever, all your peels. Add those in. The worms eat both. They eat the paper and the food. And their poop is the compost. That's the nutrient-rich fertilizer that we take that black gold and we put it in our garden, and then we stand back as our garden explodes, and because it's got everything it needs.
Okay. And so how do worms, sprouts, and laughter go together?
I love that. Before 2020, I was like, I thought I was a juggler. What do you need? I have it. I have worms, sprouts, laughter. What do you want? And then, everything was shut down. In Canada, we were locked down for 2 years. And in that time, that's a lot of thinking time. Like, holy crap. Okay, more time to think. Wow. More. And I realized, wow, one day I had like an epiphany, like, oh my gosh, all of my offerings worms for amending your soil on site, right? You feed the worms, they create soil, you grow food, you eat that food. It's a process. It's not overnight. You don't flick a switch, but this is wonderful. It's just part of our life, right? So that's a wonderful piece. Then the sprouts. Sprouts are sustaining me every day. It's fast food. The mung beans grow in 24 hours. So you put them in the grower one day, the next day they're ready for eating. And I eat them every day. I don't go a day without sprouts. They're so beautiful. So the worms and the sprouts, and then the laughter. It just brings me joy and helps me feel good, oxygenates my beautiful body so that I can keep on doing the other work. So that's how they all go together. And I think if everybody had worms or composted, ate sprouts and grow your own, because then they're pennies a day. It's affordable. It's really affordable, nutritious food. And the laughter, when we're laughing, Joey, it connects us on a deeper level. We're making eye contact. We're playing together. It's like, I see you and you're laughing and I'm laughing, and it's contagious in a good way.
Yeah.
Right? And we feel good for that moment. Laughter takes us out of stress, at least for that moment. It doesn't take away our problems. What it does is helps us come up with more solution. Again, back to stress. When we're stressed, blood, lymph, oxygen leaves our frontal lobe where we come up with solution, and it goes into our muscles so we can escape the situation. Not that we have to escape, right? Whatever, get out of the stress, pay the bills, or fix the roof, or whatever the stressor is at that moment. We need to get out of it. Laughter helps us because it brings us back to the present. We can't even think. You're not even thinking when you're laughing full on. You're like, ha, 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 ha. No thoughts are swirling around like, oh my gosh, yesterday I said that dumb thing. What is wrong with me? And we beat ourselves up. Or, oh my gosh, I have that thing coming up tomorrow. Oh, how am I going to do? There's none of that, right? We're not past or future. We're in the present when we're laughing for the moment. So that's why, for me, daily laughter, I've been laughing since 2012. I was introduced to laughter yoga in 2012.
Okay.
And I did it as a hobby. I went once a month to a laughter club with my mother-in-law. We would go out for dinner, go to the laughter club, have fun, and go home. And then the next month we do it again. And we loved it. But it didn't occur to me to incorporate laughter as part of my health plan until 2020. Well, no, I was doing laughter, like getting paid gigs in long-term care. I do a lot of work with special needs in schools. So I was getting paid gigs before 2020, but 2020, we got locked down. And that's when I started. I have a free online laughter club. And I would love to invite everybody to come and experience the magic of laughing for the health of it. It's free. You do it online. We have gallery views, so everyone looking at each other. And we're celebrating 5 years. 5 years. We started June 2020, and every Tuesday for 5 years. So beautiful.
Okay. And so how can people reach out for the Laughter Club?
So my laughter page, my laughter website is cathysclub.com, Cathy with a C. And yeah, it's right at the top. It says free online laughter club. You just register. And that's just to help prevent, like, there's no waiting room. Then you get the Zoom link. You come in. My sessions are not recorded. So people can come. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So people can come in and feel safe to play. You know, when you're laughing, it's not so attractive. We're like, we do these silly little faces. And I don't want people to think the video is going to show up somewhere without their permission.
Right.
Right. So I don't record. I do have a newsletter. So, I made, and I don't really bug people a lot, but they can, be updated on what's coming up. It's so beautiful. And I incorporate tapping, emotional freedom technique. I don't know if you've heard of this. So that's tapping on the meridians. So it's like acupuncture without needles. So it's just tapping on different spots on meridians, which help us feel good as well. So I incorporate tapping, brain gym, qigong, which is a form of Tai Chi, just gentle movement, and deep diaphragmatic breathing. So we really get into our body. We're laughing, we're connecting, and feeling good.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the sprouts a minute. What is the benefit of eating sprouts?
Oh, again, like the laughter, so many things. These are great questions. Thank you. Sprouts are here. I'm going to sound really smart because I am. I'm going to say some words, but I'll break them down. So hydrating, sprouts are hydrating, alkalizing, regenerative, biogenic, and they contain up to 100 times more digestive enzymes than raw vegetables. So hydrating, as soon as we get thirsty, we're starting to get dehydrated. So the sprouts are juicy. So you're getting some hydration when you're eating them. Hydrating, alkalizing. Oh, very important. On the pH scale, a lot of our food is acidic. Fried foods and processed foods, coffee is acidic. Sprouts are alkaline food. So on the pH, they help to balance the pH in our body. And in an acidic body, that's where cancers can develop and different diseases thrive in an acidic environment. So they help balance the pH. Hydrating, alkalizing, regenerative. So they help to fortify our cells. Hydrating, alkalizing, biogenic. You might have noticed I have tons of energy. Because I eat live food. When we eat live food, we get the energy, natural energy from the food that we're eating. So it gives us beautiful, like instead of drinking caffeine, not that I don't drink coffee, I do. So maybe I get both.
Okay.
And then the final one is the digestive enzymes. And really important here, Joey, our food is broken. And I'm not saying anything new. Our food is highly processed and it's really removed from nature. When we're born, we're given a certain amount of enzymes. I don't know how many. And when we're eating, our body, if we're not eating salad or eating raw vegetables, our body's using our reserves. And that's fine. When we're young, right? We think we're going to live forever and we can do anything. As we start to age, and it's getting younger and younger, people are getting digestive issues. And they might go to the doctor and the doctor will say, here's a prescription for enzyme pills. Instead of taking a pill, imagine growing your own for pennies a day. You're responsible and you eat a handful of those sprouts. I think of each little sprout, each little bean as a multivitamin. So I don't take multivitamins. I grow them on the counter.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, why grow them when I can go out and buy them? But I'm realizing, when growing them, it's actually cheaper than going out to the stores and buying them and paying the upscaling high prices. It's going through the roof now.
So many things. Yes, well said. Thank you. So not only that, you're in charge of how fresh they are. Sometimes if you buy sprouts that are in a package, so the plastic, the transportation, like the environmental impact of those sprouts when you could just get beans and then grow them yourself. You're in charge of the freshness. When you buy them already at the store, how long have they been there? If they grow in a couple of days, how long did it take to grow them? How did they get there? How long have they been on the shelf?
Yeah.
And sometimes you smell them and they smell funky already. If they have a funky smell, they're already going bad. You need to dispose of those.
Right. Okay. All right. So in reference to, you said, you have cathysclub.com. Is that the combination for all the composters, the sprouters, and the laughter club?
No, no, I have 3 websites. And here's a bit of comedy, even though it's not jokes or comedy. I'm funny. So I do a lot of school workshops. So cathyscomposters.com is the worm website. That's my oldest one. cathysclub.com is the laughter, and cathysprouters.com. Cathy's Sprouters. And I do a lot of, I speak at, high schools for entrepreneur programs. And I say to the students, like, if you're getting a URL, you're getting a website, make sure that you put all the letters together so you can see what it looks like, see if there's any words that pop out. And I was going to have, for the Laughter Club, I was going to have Cathy's laughter.com. When you put S in front of laughter, it spells slaughter.
Yeah.
Whoops, that's a whole different club.
Yeah. All right, so we have cathysclub.com, we have cathyscomposters.com, and cathysprouters.com.
That's it. Yes. Wow. Wonderful. Technology, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely check them out. Because I'm out of questions in reference to it. So
want to know how many hearts a worm has?
How many?
5 hearts each.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So what's next? So what's next up for Cathy? Now that we've got the Laughter Club, the Sprouters, the Composters, what's the next direction that Cathy's looking at?
I'm expanding my laughter wellness practice. Since 2020, we really have a global mental health tsunami. And laughter is the fastest happiness hack. As we've talked about, laughter is the opposite of stress. And everybody's living in this perpetual state of stress now. We're in the habit of stress. I want to make joy our habit. And we dip into stress every now and then instead of dipping into joy every now and then. How would that be? What a world. So I'm a laughter yoga teacher. I teach leaders, and it's a 2-day training. You can do it online or you can do it in person. I offer both. And it's the most fun course you're ever going to take. Then you get a certificate. You can lead Laughter Club. You can go in I'm getting hired all over the place. Like there's a big need for laughter yoga right now because we're struggling. And when we're struggling, we're hurting. And we can't help people. I really want people to care about the planet, Joey. I truly do. That's my mission work.
Right.
But when we're in a mental crisis, it's not possible. We can't even care about our neighbor.
Right.
When we're struggling ourselves, that's where we're living. We just are in this little bubble of darkness. And I've been there. It's not like I was always like, oh, you're so happy. It's a choice.
Yeah.
This is a choice. And it's taken a lot of wonderful play to get here. I wouldn't say work, because it's the words we use matter. When we just talk about, oh my gosh, you got to work hard if you want to get anywhere. No, I disagree. You got to play. And people say, oh, work first, then play. I'm like, what if we play as we're working? What if it's play and work together instead of this or that? What if it's all combined? What if we look at it in a different way? What if we take the lens off, we change our filter, and we become this joyful being, and we care about each other instead of being like, oh, they look different. Oh, they speak a different language. Oh, they have different political beliefs. Who gives an F? Part of my alphabet, part of my letter.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you could have said fuck. I wouldn't have cared. I mean, it just gets. These videos don't get edited, so it don't matter.
Right? Like literally, who really gives a crap? What language people speak? We bleed red, and we matter. We're all part of this giant mosaic. Imagine a world where we're all playing together instead of in competition. What if we're all collaborating? Because there's enough for everybody. There's really a lot for everybody. There's lots. But it's our mindset. We haven't been taught how to look at the bright side. What we've been taught, like in public school, is how to be an employee, how to toe the line, how to stay in line, how to not cause trouble and just be, mediocre. No, fuck that. Like really, step up, everybody. We need more leaders. We need people to not be what their parents want them to be, or society wouldn't want you to be that. All of those things. No, what do you want? We have one life to live. Let's live the life that we're meant to live. Instead of, thinking, what are they thinking about me? Nobody's thinking about you because they're all thinking, what are they thinking about me? So just live your life, do your thing. And I think when we feel good, we do good. So that's why I'm asking people to, if you're struggling and you're feeling sad, you're feeling anxious, or you're uncertain, you don't know what the future holds, attend a laughter club. Come, we will embrace you. If you don't feel like laughing, just bring your able body and we'll make you laugh. Because just being in the energy. Here's a little bit more about the laughter. It's an electricity. It's electric. It's just energy. It's high vibrating energy. When we're feeling sad, anxious, depressed, worried, angry, those are all low vibrating, and they're opposite. It's down here. It's like the frequency on the radio when it's not on the station, it's static. That's what it feels like. But when you come to a laughter club, you still get the energy. And it might be awkward at first because it's unknown, it's unfamiliar. But then when you step into it and you allow yourself permission and you get out of your head, right? Oh, what's happening here? This is weird, because it is weird. Like laughing for nothing, clapping and laughing, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. What is happening? Who cares? I feel great. That's what happened the first time I went to a laughter club. I went with my mother-in-law. And they were like, here, you laugh and do these things. And we're like, we're doing it because we were told to do it. And we kept looking at each other doing the weird side-eye thing, like, oh, what's going on here? Okay, ha, 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 ooh, weird. And when we were walking back to her condo, it was like, okay, that was really weird. I feel great. How do you feel? I feel great too. Let's go again next month.
Okay.
So what's up for me? Yes, I invite people to come and take the training. Like, come to my free club, check it out, and then decide, is this for you? Do you want to add more joy to your life? Because it's possible. It's magic medicine that's waiting inside of us. We're literally in charge of our own pharma, Joey. Okay. We can secrete the love drugs or we can secrete the stress hormones. Our choice.
All right. All right. So, folks, you can go to cathysclub.com for the laughter, cathy'scomposters.com for Cathy's Composters in reference to worms, and cathysprouters.com in reference to sprouts and the healthy version of sprouts in general. Cathy, I thank you so much for coming on the podcast and explaining it. And you're welcome to come back on the podcast anytime. And if you expand any more or have more things to promote.
I loved being on Life with Joey. Joey, thank you so much. Thank you. I really would love for you to attend my laughter club. I think that you would benefit tremendously, Joey. I really do. And you have a beautiful smile.
Thanks. Yeah. Sometimes I try to hide it because of just everything else.
Let it out, because when you smile, you secrete the love drugs already. When you smile, as soon as you smile, you send a note to your brain, hey, I must be happy.
Yeah, I wish I could say I was happy. And love. That word. I've just been going through a lot, so that's why I'm like,
I feel you.
Yeah. So, but I do thank you, Cathy, for coming on the podcast, and thank you everybody for watching the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. God bless you all.